apocalypse was real, what would your weapon of choice be?
Show 'em.
I can't top that.
I'm Roger from Buffalo. It's great to have both of you guys here. Thank you so much for coming to our con. I wanted to ask, being such a heavy show, I know there's got to be plenty of practical jokes playing to lighten the mood. Any particular prank or anything like that that stands out for you?
You know, we did that. There were times we had a lot of fun. It's a heavy show. You have to have fun sometimes. The other thing is, there's not a lot of time. It is a, you know, you got 10 days to make 8, and it's a trot, and it's shot outside in location. So some of the cutting up is valuable time, but occasionally we would wear. You know, Andrew would have these. It was a very difficult season for him. His imaginations of Lori's visions. Sometimes we'd all show up in a white dress. And, you know, poor guy used to have these incredible King Lear scenes, and we were having a bit of a laugh with him. But we do that a little bit, or you know, Baby Judith would come out in the form of a pig, a pig or something silly. There were a few times, there were a lot, yeah.
On my episodes, I was just trying my hardest not to get fired. So I wasn't playing any jokes or anything. I was like, it was very weird because, like Lou was just saying, you come onto the show, and in my situation, Tova and Alexandra had just died, and a few other people, and then, hey, I'm the new guy. It's a weird atmosphere. Like, everyone is very welcoming, but at the same time, they've just lost some of the team. You know, so it's tough. So I was just, and also I come in and make their characters look a bit stupid, and you know, I was just trying to do the job the best that I could. But one of the funny things in the third episode, that I was in the last episode, the 3 heads that we had, the 7 heads that we were choosing from to be Gregory's head. One of them, Nicotero had used an old cast of Johnny Depp's head, who was on the floor, and so that was pretty amusing for me. They put like a mustache on him and all that kind of stuff. But it was pretty funny. It was like looking at that's Johnny Depp's head. It was very funny. It's quite fun to go back and look and see if you can pick out which one it is, which you can. But otherwise, yeah, I was just maybe I don't know. This year I wasn't too big on playing jokes on people. But you're right. It's a very heavy show, and it does shoot very quick as well.
It's just interesting little behind-the-scenes side note, and I've talked to Nicotero a lot about it. Because Axel's death was not decided until the last moment, you have to do a life cast of these, you know, that person laying there. And they hadn't done it. They didn't have time. There was no way they were going to get it turned around. And Greg Nicotero, who is, he directs several of your episodes now, and he was directing for us, but he's also the special executive producer. He does everything. He is the Walking Dead. But he used a live cast of himself, and it looks so much like me. It's unbelievable. So that was actually a dummy of Greg Nicotero. I was in Hawaii having a fruity drink. Well, the governor was shooting Axel in the back, and Carol was hiding, which was Greg Nicotero, not me. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, please.
All right, my name's Devin. I'm from Niagara Falls, and I was going to ask, since The Walking Dead is such a big part of your life now, do you like ketchup chips?
Kevin, I must ask you a question, but I'll shave it for later.
I guess so.
Yes.
I'll get you to autograph my ketchup chip bag later.
Cool.
Thank you, Devin. Thank you.
How's it going? I'm Kyle from Buffalo. You guys brought up a couple of times alternative scenarios and timelines. Were there any that stuck out in your mind that you could have wished may have happened, or any that really stood out that you could talk about?
I liked how in this season Denise took Abraham to death from the comic books. I thought they did that really well, actually, and how that figured out. And I like that because it's like in Game of Thrones or whatever. If you've read the books, then you know absolutely everything. You know what's going to happen. But I like how they change it in the comic books. And I mean, sometimes it's not great because it ends up being, Denise. And she's like, what? How did that happen to me?
What's that supposed to happen to me?
Yeah, exactly. But I do like how they do that because it keeps it fresh for the comic book readers as well.
Yeah, because they are aware of their blueprint, or you have it in the back of your mind, how it's going and where it's going. And in season 3, Andrew had a lot of work, but he was also worried about his hand. And it's hard because he realized all this that he's doing, and if he uses that hand, how difficult that would continue to make his acting world. It's hard to act without a hand. Ask Merle. But,
well, it's pretty hard for Chandler now to act without an eye.
It would be just impossible, and those are really tough things. So I'm happy he has one also. Yeah.
I think Kirkman said that he was regretted that in the comic books, cutting his hand off too early.
Yeah.
So it can kind of be a way for Robert to correct things in the show as well, that he might change, revise certain things.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Next, please.
Hi, I'm Danielle from St. Catharines. Hi, my question's for Tom. I was just wondering how you feel about the fan base basically dubbing you as the new Daryl.
I have to be careful with this. I have to work with Norman sometimes. I have to see for the rest of my life with these things. I think it's pretty fun. I loved how, and I think that's why they chose my first episode how they did, and put me and Daryl against each other in that way. I think that they like playing with the fans in that way and having fun with that. Norman's a lot older than me. So we had you can have one part of the fan base and I can have one of the other parts. Whatever. But Norman is such a great guy, and I know that in the same way that I've been really enjoying coming to these conventions, and he enjoys it in the same way, and that's a huge part of why he's one of the fan favorites. So I'm working on that part of it as well. But it's fun. Jesus is a character who is very capable and very kick-ass, and obviously he's going to be a popular character. But I think there's fans for everyone.
Thank you very much. Talk about being popular. The character you play there, Tom, has been number 10 in the top 10 best characters.
Yeah, I know, for the comedy.
Nice.
Yeah, so congratulations.
No, I was really worried about that. The thing about that is that I had absolutely no idea what I was auditioning for when I auditioned. They sent me the script. No, they didn't send me the script. They sent me the sides on a Monday, I think, with the character name of Jason, doing a scene where I go into a bar and talk to the woman behind the bar about why I broke up with her sister because she had cheated on me, and that was the scene. And she slapped me, and it's like a 2-page scene. And it was, the brief is there's this character Jason, he's a few episodes on the show. I was like, sure, that'd be fun to do a few episodes of The Walking Dead. I was very unemployed at the time, so I was like, that would be great. That would be really nice to go off and do that. So I set the tape off on the Wednesday, and I got the job on the Friday, and I was out at a gig in London on a friend's band, and I got the phone call through, and I was like, oh, that's great, they're offering me the job. And then my agent was like, we think it's this guy, by the way. And I was like, they're sending me Wikipedia and stuff. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, that's interesting. And then I'm like, oh, wow, this guy's actually kind of a big deal. That's really, and honestly, the whole thing was such a whirlwind. I flew to Atlanta straight away, and then I was on set with Andy a few days later, and then I had costume fittings, and I didn't have a beard or long hair at the time, so I had extensions and a fake beard, and then I had nowhere near enough time to read the comic books or watch the show, and I was really, honestly, flying by the seat of my pants a lot of the time. And I just think that they really know what they're looking for, and they go off of a gut feeling a lot of the time as well. And they wrote the sides, and they knew if that scene was taken in a certain way, they were looking for like a certain quality, I guess. So a lot of the time when I was shooting, I just had to trust in that. Because normally you go to the script, you go to the scene that you did. I couldn't even go to the scene that I auditioned with. And then my first episode, he's kind of not being himself. He's kind of pretending to be someone else as well. So I was really like, who is this guy? I can't go to the comic books either because it might be slightly different. And so I really had long chats with Scott Gimple and Kari Scotland, who directed that episode. But yeah, it was a whole whirlwind of a job, and I'm so happy. I honestly didn't relax until the first episode had aired. Because I was like, I hope I did it justice. I hope I did, because I normally like do a ton of research and I'm really prepared for every job I do, and I did as much as I could for this.
And that's the hard thing too, because I'll get to your question in just a second. Because with something like this, you don't have an audience where you're in a TV studio. So you get the reciprocation back
Yeah,
in the
no,
audience.
yeah, no idea.
You don't know until after it airs.
Yeah.
So that's going to be even more of a fear now.
And you also, and like I said earlier, it's shot on film. So I never saw it. I never saw myself until it aired on TV. And yeah, and also, I was talking to Gimple after we shot it. And I was like, so how's it looking? How's the beard? He was like, oh, it's fine, you know. But it's great because anytime we had a bad shot of the beard, then we had another shot. And I was like, oh, great, so my performance is based around how my beard looks. Yeah. That's another kind of frustrating thing, but that's life of an actor, you know. They choose what takes they want to choose at the end of the day. But I was really nervous until it aired.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a wonderful job on that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm still Amanda, still from St. Catherine's.
Yeah.
And I would like
Got those
to know
introductions.
I would like to know if there is a character, now that you're all caught up, some people, that you wish, like, that your characters didn't get to interact with from, like, a prior or later season that you wish they had met. Like, do you wish Jesus had, like, met the governor? Do you wish Axel had gotten to see, like, Negan?
I'd like to have been with Herschel. I think Scott was just great on the show. But I think there are similarities between Jesus and Herschel in a lot of ways. But I'd love to have worked with Scott,
Yeah. You know, any of them I think
Like, the
are
guys
wonderful.
Would you have liked to have worked with each other?
Yeah, we're working on that. Doing that still.
Did you come back to Walker?
No, they asked if I wanted to go down and reanimate. I was like, no, I don't. So Carl can come put me down? No. You know, he was mad at me anyway for hitting on Beth, and he wanted my mustache. He was trying to grow my mustache. You got a mustache yet?
Me?
Carl.
Carl? No.
No, right? So,
He's actually, Chandler has been running.
it's hilarious. But I would have liked to have spent some time with Dale. I did get to spend time with Herschel, which was great, and sort of the old boy gang. And so Dale and Herschel and Axel, I think, would be a good card table. We don't let the governor play in heaven. He's not in heaven.
Thank you very much.